All right. Future McDevitts. We're talking like hundreds of years from now. My name's Joe McDevitt. I'm the son of Karen and Jim. Jim is Mike's brother. Mike, will you introduce yourself really quickly to the future McDevitts?
Yes, the date is August the 3rd, 2024. Tomorrow, our mother and your grandmother would have been 111 years of age. My name is Michael V. McDevitt, and I'm a Catholic priest for 53 years this year. I just turned 80.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And like I said, this is going to be natural. We're just having a conversation.
Sure, yes.
You're telling me the family history.
Yes.
But really, you're telling the future McDevitt's.
Yes.
Because why?
Yes.
We want them to know.
And I have a little pointer to sort of help.
Because you guys had a great family. You guys were inspirations to me in my life, and certainly that's helped with my success.
Yeah. I just want to say one thing to you, Joey, okay? We had a good time during the day, and we also had a good time at night. We carried on until we went to bed. And then I would get up early in the morning because for whatever reason, I was one of the first ones to get up, but not the first. Your dad, when he was born, even at 2 years of age, he'd be up before everybody early in the morning. And your father, Jimmy McDevitt, would also go to bed about 8 o'clock at night. We would say to Mom, "Where's Jimmy?" And she said, "He already went to bed. He already went to bed."
And I guess go ahead and introduce your mom and your dad before we start this, because this is the oldest information we have on video, right? And
yes. But my father's name was Edward McDevitt, and one of my uncles did a little bit of research on ancestry, and the earliest that he could go back and find out is 1823, and the man's name was Edward McDevitt. Now, my dad was the youngest of his 7 brothers and sisters. I often wondered where Dad got his name. Edward Joseph McDevitt. Okay?
Joseph Edward McDevitt.
Yes. And then I want to say to you is he's Big Eddie. And the reason why he's Big Eddie is because my first brother is Edward Joseph McDevitt Jr., and he was Little Eddie. My dad was 5'6", but played football for Villanova and had wide shoulders, okay? And my brother Eddie was about 6 foot tall, and he played football for Mercy High School. Hurrah for Mercy, all right? In University City, St. Louis, Missouri. I think Eddie went into high school in 1956, and he graduated in 1960, all right? So Eddie was the oldest.
We're not holding you to all these numbers exactly.
Yeah. But Big Eddie was born in 1911, and Little Eddie was born in 1941, okay? And then my dad was married to, in Philadelphia, they would call her Peg or Peggy Coll, C-O-L-L, okay? And I just want to say this to you. Her mother's name was Mary Coll, but her maiden name was McFadden, and that was a big deal, okay? Such a big deal is that when we had the first girl born in the McDevitt family in St. Louis, the first girl's name is Margaret Mary. Now, people don't like me to do the Irish thing, but that's the reason why I do it, because my grandmother, who was Mary Coll, and my mother's name was Margaret Coll, her maiden name, and they named Margaret Mary after my mother and after my mother's mother.
Oh, let me grab one thing really quick. Hold your thoughts there.
I'm holding my thoughts. Okay, I just want to say this to you, Joey, is that you are a twin, and your sister is Colleen, okay? But guess what your sister's real name is? Mary Colleen. A little Mary Coll, after my grandmother, okay? All right.
All right, so now we're going to just start the video, and you can point, you can scoot your chair closer, you can stand up, however you want to do it.
All right.
Your mic closer or no?
How about like that, okay? Okay, this is me, and I'm an adolescent there.
If you want us to pause it and you want to go into something, that's
okay. Okay, that's me as an adolescent, okay? And This is the notorious Dennis. And this is my brother Morris. All right? Dennis, Michael, Morris. That order. And we had a good time. This is Big Eddie and Little Eddie. Okay? This is my father here. And this is my oldest brother. And this is the youngest girl. This is Kathleen Patriciakins. That's Margaret Mary, named after mom and my grandma. And this is Marie. And sometimes he called her Maria. Okay? And sometimes her name was Ray Ray and her name was Riri. Mom always dressed the girls very nice. The girls always look nice.
Maybe, where do you think they are?
This is Kathy, and this is me, and this is Maria. And that's in the backyard in Brentwood. Because of the fence, I can tell. And that's Kathy, Easter time. My dad loved to put out the Easter eggs. I remember Kathy in that dress too many, many
I thought
times.
the Easter Bunny put out the Easter eggs.
That's Jimmy, your dad. And that is Dennis. And Jimmy was Dennis's, no. We all were given various responsibilities. I think
Dennis took care of Dad.
yeah, that's Morgan. This is Marie, and this is Morgan Mary over here. Okay. Jimmy was Dennis's charge. And this is Little Eddie, Big Eddie. And this is Mom here, Margaret McDevitt. And that's Margaret Mary. This is Little Eddie. Well, that's Jimmy there, and that must be Larry. That's got to be Larry. Got to be Larry. And that's Kathy, and that's Morris, and that's Jimmy. And there's Dennis taking care of his charge. That's me showing the eggs. This is Little Eddie. I think that's every other. This is Morris over here. This is Easter time, as you can see, Easter baskets. My oldest brother, Little Eddie, would always get up early in the morning and he would go to the Easter baskets and eat all the ears off of the chocolate rabbits. And my mom and dad never caught him. All those years he did it. They never caught him. This is Mr. Murray, Neil Murray. He lived next door. And he was somebody who did elevator ropes on elevators. So our backyard had all kind of tire swings with, there's Dolly. This is my godfather's horse, Davy Kelly's horse. And here we are in the backyard looking over the big, big, big field that Dolly ran through. Okay. I think this is your dad, Jimmy, here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me looking around here. That's Neil Kelly eating or feeding Dolly. Okay. This is Dennis with his pet rooster. And the rooster would chase Morris around when Morris had no shoes on. And he would peck the back of the heel of Morris, and all of us would be in the back porch laughing. You know, Morris could not run that fast. You know, poor guy. That's me again. That's my father there. That's Big Eddie. That's Kathy there. That's Dennis and his pet rooster, my father. And that's me. And that's Dolly back there. And I can't quite see all this, but I think this is with the Wrightses. And the reason why is recognize this girl here. She's a Wright. She's a friend of Ria's. And see, I can't quite see it. But I think this is Larry. I think it's Larry. That's Morris. That's Margaret Mary. That's Marie. That's her girlfriend, Mary Ann Wright, right there. And that's Kathy. I think that's Larry. That's Larry because of the hair. He had blonde hair. And when my mom cut his hair the first time, all the girls came home from school and they cried when they saw his hair was gone. He had long, long blonde hair. Okay. And this is, I think, on Connor Avenue, I think. This is in the car. And this is a 54 Woody Ford station wagon. Ah, hurrah for mercy, right here. And you'll see some of my brothers. Basically, it was Eddie and Dennis who were playing at Mercy High School. University City. This would probably be off the top of my, this would be 1959-60, that year, I think. I think that's one of my brothers here. And I thought the other number was 29.
It's the address, just like.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I mentioned that.
She just said that 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue was
Yes.
the address of Mercy, just
Yes.
like the White House.
Yes, 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 yes.
That's the address.
If you see 29, I think that's Eddie. We'll have to check.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
That's Dennis, I think. I think that's Dennis. These are some girls. Mom even wrote a cheer for Mercy High School, I think, 1 or 2 cheers. She went to Mercy High School football from 1956 to 1972. I think that's Dennis. C29 they were? You see 29, I think that's Eddie. We'll have to check with Eddie.
You are by far the most qualified person for this job.
And I can play football terrible. I'm the worst athlete, worse than my 3 sisters. They can play better. Now this is in the stands. I think that's Jimmy there. That might be Ed there.
One-handed catch, so that.
Yeah, that might have been Ed.
So the Mercy was what color?
I think they're white.
Were they like blue and white or something?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That might have been
Jersey, Dad's jersey.
yeah. That might have been what's the high school? DeAndrews.
But I think
DeAndrews.
Mulvern was blue and white.
Bishop
too,
DeAndrews. What?
Grandpa with Mulvern was blue and white.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Was that offsides? I thought there was a thing that went down. After a football game, my dad would always ask the same question: "Did you have a good time?" That was the first question he always asked. There's your dad, Joey. That's your dad, Jimmy. I remember taking this picture myself.
Oh, you're the holding video camera?
Yeah, my mother asked me to do it. She wanted to watch the game. I think my mother could have been a football coach. She knew so much about football. There's Jimmy again. There's Jimmy.
Your dad played football for.
He played for Malvern Prep by way of high school, and then he played, I think, just 1 year. I'm not really sure. Larry will have to correct me on this. He played 1 year for Villanova in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. I have no idea.
Well, the fact that we have this film from the
Yeah.
back in the day is pretty nuts.
Oh yeah. And this is probably 1959.
I mean, you guys were not rich people, right?
Oh no, no,
But,
no.
I mean, very few people probably had a camera. I had to.
Mom, it was mom. She just loved the fact that is Jimmy, isn't it? No, that's Larry.
That many people didn't have a camera when I was a kid.
That's right, and that's Maria. That's Maria. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, and that's big. That's little Eddie, and this is Margaret Mary. This is Kathleen.
She kind of looks like Maggie, Denny's.
Yes, yes, yes. There's Kathy. Yes. Kathy always had a smile. Always had a smile. Okay. And that is me. And that's mother and dad. And I think Larry. Yeah. And that's Dennis. No, I couldn't tell who that was. That's me. Is that Denny Lindy and David Hozak? Denny Lindy, can you believe it?
Yeah.
Superstar.
What's the story with him?
All I know is he wrote
songs.
yeah. And he died early. That's Kathy.
You told me. I think Dad told me Earl had to die.
Yeah, this is Margaret Mary. And that's Jim. That's Larry. Yeah. There's actually Julie has the whole list. She has a whole list. This is the backyard. This is the backyard. I make you a bet that's Dennis and Jimmy. I'll make you a bet because Dennis was always sort of watching Jimmy. Let me see if it's. I can't really tell. It looks almost like me. This is the track meets, and Mom always went to the track meets. And she always. Oh, this is Dennis. Hold on. And this guy, I think, is Billy Welch. I think it's Billy Welch. I think. Yeah. And then somewhere along the line, that's Eddie. Yeah.
I mean,
that's Dennis.
So dangerous.
That's Dennis.
I pulled off it into mats. I mean, this is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. That I think it's Eddie. And if it's hurdles, it's Eddie. You see any hurdles? Are they hurdles? Yeah. No. I think they're just running. Oh no, that's a relay. And that's Eddie. Right there.
Yeah, you can kind of tell by the way he runs.
Yeah.
Look at hay beds. I mean,
Yeah.
It's probably a cinder track, isn't it?
Yes, they were. Back then they were. That's me. That's Morris. That's Margaret Mary. That's Marie. Cannot tell who. That's Kathy there. This is Larry. That's Larry and Kathy. That's Larry. How are we doing? Is that what we got to last night?
Pretty much. What's up, Wes?
You want to go pause it for a second?
Good job.
And we're back.
Okay.
All right. Remember, just be yourself. You're doing great.
Give my regards to Broadway. That's Maria, and that's Big Eddie, and that's Kathleen.
This is an interesting situation.
Yes.
Close to that.
Yes. There's Dad.
It's like, you got no gas in it.
Yes. And this is me picking cherries. We had cherry trees, I think 4 of them on the side of the house, four cherry trees. And Mom would make cherry jelly. And that's Margaret Mary. And I don't know who that is. It might be Jimmy.
Nobody's
That's Larry, isn't it? That's Larry. That might be Jimmy. I'm not really sure. That is Larry, though.
No one's holding the ladder. That's what's the craziest part.
Yeah, yeah.
5 kids on the ladder. Nobody's
I
holding.
don't know.
He's got good balance, don't you?
Back then. Back then. Back then.
She gave him a napkin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That really looks like Maria too. And that is Larry. Oh yeah, look at them. Yeah. There's the car, the Woody. And this is in Philadelphia at Uncle Arthur's. That's Grandma Mary Call. That's Margaret Mary. That's Dad. That is one of the girls. This is Aunt Eleanor. And I think this is Mary Catherine, the oldest of the grandchildren's daughter. And this is Uncle Arthur's kids. That's Aunt Mickey. Uncle Arthur's wife. There's Aunt Eleanor again. That's Uncle James's wife. And that's Aunt Mickey. And she's feeding one of her kids. This is Uncle Dennis. Uncle Dennis Call. Named after his dad, Dennis Call. And this is Aunt Mary and her sister, I think Bernadette. And that's Uncle Joe. That's Dennis. And this is Godfather. That's Uncle James.
That's the guy I'm named after,
Yes.
Uncle Joe.
Yes. And this is Aunt Mary Ann before she married Uncle Johnny. That's the first day that we were introduced to her. They're both lawyers, and this is Aunt Catherine. Okay. And I think that's Kathy, and that's got to be Jimmy. That's got to be Larry. That's got to be Marie. That's me.
Marks.
And this
There's
is
you.
me. And that's little Eddie. And this is Grandma. Okay. Mary Call. And this is the notorious Dennis. And this is my dad. And this is Grandma and her daughter, Peg, Call, McDevitt, Margaret. And whoever that is, it must be a cousin. Here we are, we're swimming, and you can always tell me because I have always had to swim in a shirt because I always got sunburned. That's Aunt Agnes, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman, okay, in every way. And then this is Dad. And there's the old car, the 54 Woody. And that's Margaret Mary, and that's Kathleen. And
So
that's
all the kids fit in the car? The whole
yes,
family?
yes, yeah, the whole family. Yes. Yeah.
All 9?
Yeah, and this
Plus mom and
that's gotta
dad.
be Jimmy. It's gotta be Jimmy. And there's the girls. I think that's Eddie. I think it's Eddie. And that's me. And that's gotta be Jimmy, I think. No, that's Mars. That's Dad.
And this is where?
This is in New Jersey, and I'm trying to remember the name of the place. It was something beach. It was something like something beach. I can't remember. Bermuda Beach. Bermuda Beach.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's Jimmy. That's me. And I don't know what that is. Oh, that's Larry on Conner Avenue.
What's the address?
I forget on Conner Avenue, 35 something. No way, some 35 something. I think that's Larry. Mom said one time, "What will we do without Larry?" Because he's the youngest child. I think it was sort of a beautiful thing. I think she was about 42 years of age or 43 years of age when she gave birth to Larry. There's Dad, and there's the house, and there's the Woody, And the McBrides lived next door. This is the McBrides. No, I'm sorry. McBride's over here. This is Dennis coming up the driveway. That was a long driveway.
Definitely Dennis.
Yep. Dennis really was a good friend to a lot of people. This is little Eddie. I think that is, who is that? Is that Dennis? I think it is too.
I think that's a spatula we're using.
Yes. And this is, I think that, I'm forgetting. There it is. We did this all the time. We had the hill like you wouldn't believe.
Still have the
Slaying.
same type
Oh,
of sleds.
and that was the neatest hill. Neatest hill. And everybody went out and did it. You know, they were all friends, all neighbors. Everybody knew everybody. I think that's Margaret Mary. There's Kathy. That might be your dad, Jimmy. Might be. I think that is me. That's me.
Yeah, those are the
And
best
that's
dads.
Larry there. And this is Kathy here, I think. That might be Morris. And then we slid on the front of the house too. That's Jimmy. That's Margaret Mary. That's the way Dad did it. He always laid down. We'd always get on top of him. Now we're going to throw snow.
It's unreal that your mom has all these videos.
Oh, yes, yes. I think that might have been Jimmy. Oh, the old part. Oh, there's Mom. This is Easter. They're wearing their Easter bonnets. And this is Jimmy, isn't it? Yeah, Dad. Yeah. Dad always wore a hat. That's Jimmy. And this is in Philadelphia. That's Kathy. And Eloise's wedding. These are really, oh, that's Aunt Marge. That's Uncle Joe's wife. That's over here was Frankie. This is Aunt oh, I forget. I can't see. Oh, this is Aunt Anna. That is Aunt Anna's mom's sister. That's Mom. And that's Dad. Aunt Eleanor was that other lady. This is Aunt Eloise. And her two daughters just died on the same morning. And this is Uncle Jack. Like they're Shaw. And these are his family members. This is Aunt Agnes. Aunt Agnes there. I forget who the other one was. That's Uncle Joey. That's Uncle Dennis and Grandma. This is at the Immaculate in Germantown. These are some of the friends, I think. This is Aunt Marie, Dad's sister. Dad's sister. And this is Uncle Joe. And that's Marguerite. And that's Denny.
That was Dennis on the left.
And this is Eddie. Yeah. These are some of the Irish. There's the church, a huge church. It upstairs, 2,200. That's Dennis, Margaret Mary, Dad, Marie. I think Dennis is a senior here. That's Larry. That's Mom. That's the driveway. Easter parade. There's Dad with a Mercy jacket on. And then I think that's Jimmy there, Kathy, and Larry, and Morris, and Margaret Mary, I think. Easter. There's the old truck. I used to play in the old truck.
It looks black and white to
Yeah,
me.
and
Weird.
we pushed it down the hill. That's Jimmy, I think.
Oh, just to get it started?
No, just to get it in the back.
Oh.
There. That's Larry. That's Larry. Kathy. Larry. That's Morris. It's Margaret Mary with her hair. You can tell it. Yeah, really, really red hair.
She had red hair?
Yeah,
Okay.
really red hair. Auburn. That's Larry. That's my mother. Margaret. Dad used to call her Mozzie, and my mom hated that. And my dad was sort of mimicking us children, thinking we're calling mommy. And he'd say Mozzie, and mom hated it. Hated it. There's Jimmy. This really looks like your dad. That's Marie, and then Margaret Mary, and then Morris, and then probably me. That's me. And then this is Dennis. And this is Eddie. Little Eddie. And this is Big Eddie with the Mercy jacket on.
Look how proud he is.
He is proud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Where is Eddie? Oh, he's taking the picture. That's mom and dad. Little Eddie's taking the picture. Okay. Notice the most handsome one there. I'll show you the most handsome one in a minute. There. Me. There's Big Eddie. And Dennis had a flat top. And I had some red hair. And this is Jimmy. There's mom and dad. Mom was a very presentable woman. She always dressed well. Wouldn't you say that? Oh, Karen's not here.
How old did they?
That's Morris. Dad was 76 and mom was almost 94.
You never see a video or a picture of Morris not smiling.
Yeah, there's Dad. Dad was the first one to wear shorts in the neighborhood. Really? He was the first one to wear shorts.
Jean shorts?
Or the Bermuda shorts, something like that. But it was the talk of the neighborhood that Dad was in thing. This is Dennis, and he's graduating, I think, high school. Yeah, that's Dennis. This is on Lyndhurst. Yeah. No, this is still on Connor. Still on Connor. There's Dennis. Looks a little bit like Willie, doesn't he? You know, his grandson. There's Dad. Dennis loved life. Dad always wore a tie almost all the time. Even when the way he's wearing his tie, that's the way Dad used to wear it, just like that.
And what'd your dad do full time?
He was at the end, a salesperson. And I mean, notoriously well done. That's Mom. See, Mom always dressed nice.
What did he sell?
He sold at one point chemicals and was gone all week long. And then Mom said she cannot take Eddie, Dennis, Michael, and Morris by ourselves again. So he had to take a job in St. Louis. Oh, this is President Kennedy right there.
St. Louis,
President
maybe?
Kennedy, yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
You can't get that close to a president anymore.
Yeah. There's Kathy, Maria, Jimmy, Larry, Dad.
He ended up selling furniture, didn't he?
Yes, he was at one time top of the keep. That's Margaret Mary, I think. That's Marie. That's Kathy. That's Morris. And that's Dennis.
I think
This is who? Would that be Jimmy? Your dad? And Larry? I think it is. And I think they got the new car there.
You put tape on it or something. Oh,
For a wedding. It's for a wedding, yeah.
maybe wedding.
For a wedding, yeah. There's Eddie.
The letter sweater.
Yeah.
And that's my godfather.
Yes.
He's the one that gave us all the tapes.
Yeah.
He saved it.
There he is. There's Dennis. I had a little bit of red hair, not like Margaret Mary's, but a little bit.
Dennis
In the
got the
summer.
flat top.
Yeah, that's Morris. Yes.
That's awesome.
That's Margaret Mary. You can see a little bit of her red hair. That's Maria. And that's Kathy. And that's Larry. I don't know what we do with Jimmy. Here's how I'll probably plan. That is Eddie, isn't it? Is it Eddie? Yeah. I think it's Eddie. Yeah, it is Eddie. That's Eddie. There's Mom.
Wasn't she still
Bad.
driving into her 90s?
Yeah, she was. Yeah. They're really proud of Eddie. Mom and Dad were really proud of Eddie. Eddie went into the Navy right after he graduated.
He told me he's got a couple patents.
Yeah, he does. He does. One is called a McVoice after Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, that Jimmy? I think it is Jimmy. Yeah. I think that is Jimmy. Okay, now that is Jimmy.
Yeah.
This is Eddie.
Look at all those cool cars.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's Eddie.
They're just everywhere.
Yeah. That's me. That's Dad. That's the Milanese. That's Dennis's Eddie's wife, and that's Nancy. They were dating. That's Eddie.
Okay.
The Milanese live right back here. Fence to fence. I can't believe we had that picture of Marianne. Oh, this is where they're getting married. That's Marianne, Eddie's first wife, who died 20 days after she gave birth to Kyle. And that's Nancy, and that's Margaret Mary. This is at St. Thomas More. It rained gushes. That's the old car.
Yeah.
That's Morris. Whoever took these pictures went too fast.
Yeah, they're a little zoomed in too.
Yeah, yeah. That's a Nash. That's Morris's car.
I just can't believe
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're all classics today.
Yeah.
They're all worth lots of money.
Yeah. There's Eddie. This is his first wife, Mary Ann. And Ricky was their first child, and then Kyle, and then she died. That's Mrs. Maloney. That's Mary Ann's mother, and that's Eddie.
Oh, so he married the girl next door.
Yeah, married the next door. This is Virginia, and we used to call her Mama Rat because she would give us a hard time. As teenagers, we all laughed. Here's Margaret Mary. She's in the dress that she wore at Eddie's wedding. Margaret Mary. I think she still has the dress. Don't you think she looks like Mom? Yeah. And this is on Lyndhurst. And they had a Sacred Heart wedding. That's why they were wearing the red and the white. The Sacred Heart wedding. I need to take a break for a second.
Okay. Have a seat. I think there's. I don't know what mom came with pizza.
Whew. How am I doing? All right? Where's-
Good.
No, Dennis
How's the
Call.
David?
Yeah, but Dennis Call.
I know, but
Oh, wait a second. It would have been Dad's dad, Peter McDevitt.
Do
He
we have
would
him
be-
in any videos?
No, I wouldn't even know what he looked like.
Oh,
But I have pictures of him. I have some photographs of him. Okay.
you know what I'm saying though? The Jim said McDevitt comes from the house of David.
Yeah, it does. It's son of David, but guess what? Not David in the Old Testament. Doherty. We're the clan of Doherty.
can you sit back down for a second? And then it's recording.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. I was
Okay. Okay, we're back. This is Margaret Mary at Lyndhurst. She's in high school there. I think she's 15. I think she's 15 years old. And then this is, I forget, that's me. Right there. That's me. Right there. Oh, this is graduation from high school for me. In a seminary. That's me. I can't believe you have this. I can't believe it. This is St. Francis Prep in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, near Hershey, Pennsylvania. And I'm 17 years of age there.
And how many years did you go there?
3 years, 1 year university. There's Grandma at the graduation at St. Francis Prep. And that's the way all the buildings were. Very, very, very nice buildings. Very nice buildings.
Make them like that.
No, they don't. That was our refectory back in there. This is the brand new school building that they built there. And that's Grandma there, and that's me. I'm 17 years of age there. That's Mom. All right. And that's her mother. And that's part of the building there at the prep. Oh my Lord, I can't believe you have this. This is the boxwood garden there. We used to have to go in there, cut the bushes the way that the priest would tell us to cut them. And that's the Blessed Mother there in the middle. This is Pennsylvania, and this is in an area of Pennsylvania where people who are not Mennonites, what's the other? Amish, all around there. And this is a beautiful drive in. Oh, you wouldn't believe how that drive was in. Long drive into the front of it. And there's, I think, Aunt Agnes's car. There you drive in there. And the priest there loved flowers, so he did all kind of flowers there, and I helped put them in. I helped do this shrine to Saint Joseph. There's Mom, there's me and Grandma, and I helped put this shrine together. That's why we're there. And there's all the cars around the front of the building, and here's the Franciscans. See with their cords, and this is Aunt Agnes's car. And this is the Amish. That's the Amish farm back in there. Almost the whole area is Amish. This is only 20 miles from Gettysburg, where the battle. There I am. I'm the valedictorian, so they put me up with the bishop. And Agnes, yes. And this guy is from the same parish as Grandma, the Immaculate in Germantown. And Grandma knew him, and that's me in my graduation costume. I can't believe that's Aunt Catherine right there. This is a good friend he would come by Grandma's house. He was one of the priests that would come by her house and visit her. And then these are some other folks that were at the graduation. Grandmom is about 83 years of age there. This is Gettysburg. I think this is Gettysburg.
Are they riding horses in town
Yeah,
because of that? Or?
yeah. They do it as part of the draw for people to come and visit. And then this was the drive to Philadelphia, I believe. That's Mary Ann, Eddie's first wife. And she lived in New Jersey, I think, with Grandma for a while when Eddie was in the Navy. Yeah. And she's in the backyard of Grandma's house. And they're playing horseshoes. Yeah. There were two houses, Uncle Dennis's house, and then Aunt Agnes and Catherine had a house next door. That's Eddie. That's Eddie. That's Grandma. And that's Aunt Agnes. I bet Eddie just got a kick out of this. Now this is in where is this?
Oh, Dad called it the city stadium or something.
Yes, I think Dad used to run here when he was a kid. I forget what this whole thing is. Oh, that's Eddie. Eddie is the winner, I think. If you see him, is that him? He wins it, I think. That might have been Eddie there. And that's Dennis throwing the what do you call it? Shot put. There's Dennis. Yeah, high jumping. Yeah,
The same strawberry.
yeah. That's Eddie there. Can't you get over that? Mom loved to be there for these things. I can't believe that Eddie watched all these because he's in them. We really need to get Eddie to explain these.
Yeah.
That's Dennis. These are his buddies. That's Dennis. I can't believe they have these. A faithful mother, right? That would have made sure that she got all these. There's Eddie. Oh yeah, the long jump.
It's like he's in front.
That's Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis. Laptop.
There's a little kid, man.
Yeah. You know, whenever you think about families and track meets and all that, they were really important.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people would show up.
I mean,
Would show up.
a bunch of my old videos, I can hear you and Dennis.
Yeah.
And in the background.
Oh yeah, yelling.
Football, track.
Yes, yeah. It's Dennis there, isn't it?
That's probably a 4x4 relay.
Yeah. That is your dad, is it? Was it Larry? Looks more like Jimmy, but I have to check. And that is it Dennis messing around? Oh, that's when they did the statue of the Blessed Mother in snow. And then they went in and they got color, food coloring. Right? That was right in the top of the hill on Connor.
Huge.
Yes, yes. This is Jimmy, and that's Larry, and that's Margaret Mary, and that's Kathy there. And then I forget who that is. Does that look like Morris? Denny Lindy is there too. That's Dennis. I wonder if that's Denny Lindy and some of those guys. His friends helped do this. Dennis did it. That might be Denny Lindy there. These are his friends, though. Dennis's friends. That's Denny Lindy there. That's Denny Lindy right there.
How old were they when they made that thing?
They're probably 17. There's Mom. She's so proud of it.
Yeah, nobody would do that.
When we did it as seminarians, we'd take old candles and put them all over the statue. It looked neat at night. We'd light the candles. Kids. There's Dad. Dad was very religious, extremely religious. And he knew what he was talking about. And
He
that's
went to church in the mornings, didn't he?
He went every day to college church to pray. He lived near there. That's Julie, isn't it? Is that Julie?
Looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like Julie. I have to just check. And see, by Dennis, so that would make sense. And these were the buddies. These are friends.
But that's Julie.
Yeah. And this is Denny Lindy, I think. Mom and Dad. See how Mom always got dressed up? She always got dressed up. Easter again. There's Mom, Dad. Easter again. There's the little truck I used to play in as a kid.
Imagine.
I used to drive that. I think I was driving it. There's Mom laughing. Those were easy days. That might be Jimmy. That might be Jimmy. That's Morris, I think. Is that Jimmy or Larry? I think that's Larry. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Kids
Larry.
bundled up, dads in shorts.
Yeah. There's Kathleen.
So Dad was the first one to wear jean shorts in the neighborhood.
Yes. And it caused a stir.
Yeah.
He's the trendsetter. Everybody started doing it.
Here's your dad, isn't that? Isn't that Jimmy? Yeah, that's Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy. Look at Jimmy. Look at this. He always got the most eggs. He was the fastest. He was the fastest.
So was the short controversy because it was shorts? Or
Yeah.
because it was jean shorts?
No, because men didn't wear shorts back then. Dad started to wear shorts. It was right before the Bermuda shorts became popular. That has got to be your dad. Isn't that your dad? Is that Larry? Yeah, that's Larry. Okay. Where's Jimmy? There's Morris. There's Dennis. Ah, there he is. That's your dad right there. That's your dad right there. See, he had the most. They're all joking. He had the most. He always got the most. And this is that Morris? That's Morris. That's Morris. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. For a while, I could not tell the difference between Dennis and Morris at a distance. Yeah, that's Morris. That's Morris. There's something about that car. Who's getting in it? Can you tell? No. There's something about that car. There's Morris there again.
There's some time, Joe, we might be able to go through some of these dark spots and try and brighten up the
A little bit.
video.
Yeah. There's Mom and Dad and Morris. And this is on Lyndhurst. I could tell by the building. This is Lyndhurst. Isn't it funny how the women always wore hats back then?
You don't see as many
And
hats.
this is Margaret Mary, I think. Let me just see for a second. Looks like they're laughing. Yeah, that's Margaret Mary. Yeah. And that's Marie. That's Marie. And that's Kathleen. That's the girls with Morris. The old division used to be Eddie, Dennis, Michael, Morris, Margaret, Mary, Marie, Jimmy, Kathy, Larry. Now that particular car is that the 68 station wagon? I think it is.
It looks like
Yeah, yeah. There's Kathy, and that's Morris there. And that's Jimmy with the dog. There's Mother. There's Mom. That's Larry. There's Dad. This is on Lyndhurst. Margaret Mary and Mother. Jimmy's looking like himself, doesn't he? And look at Larry.
he doesn't like dogs because of that dog.
Yeah, that dog got sick. I think they had to put the dog down, didn't they? I think they did. Margaret Mary still's in high school. It's a good picture. I don't think I've ever seen this before. There's the girls.
It's a smile.
Yeah. He's got a golf club, I think. Wish I could figure out how old Dad is. Oh, this is in Winchester, Virginia. That's me. And this is Larry here. This is Father Coleman. And then this is Aunt Agnes. Okay. And this is Dad here. You can see a little bit of my red hair. A little bit of my red hair. A little bit right here. This is Mother. And this is Jimmy. Happy Jimmy. He just died about 3 years ago. They really had a nice location for that seminary there. There. That's Dennis. He drove them. He drove them.
He always had a flat.
Yep.
Had that for a little bit.
Yep.
In Virginia.
Uh-huh. This is Margaret Mary with her graduation. Morris was 62. This would be 1965. 1965. Dad always wore a hat. Always wore a hat.
And a suit, it looks like.
Yep. And a tie in the white shirt. Mom with her hat. I can't believe that Margaret Mary was that much taller than Mom. I never realized that. Mom always got dressed up. I think she even has gloves on. Yes. Margaret Mary was the first girl to go to college, and that was a big, big deal. They were thinking that she would not go to college, and she said, yes, I'm going to college. Mom only went to 8th grade and then 2 years of secretarial school. Yeah. And Dad was everybody in the parish thought he was going to be a Catholic priest because he was in college, but he wasn't. He was never in seminary.
And he wanted to be a dentist.
Yes.
You know that?
Your mom,
Yeah.
she lived in America and grew up in America, right?
Oh, yeah.
When
She lived 1 year in Ireland when she was 8 years of age to 9 years of age, and the rebellion broke out, and her father demanded for her to come back.
But Joe, he wanted to be a dentist.
Yep. The people next door were nice people, but they were really quiet, and Mom, I think sometimes, are we too noisy next door? And the ladies, not with the laughing.
So he wanted to be a dentist. What did he end up doing?
He was a salesperson. Yeah. See, Dad always had a tie on.
He must have, did he get a business degree?
Yes. He did get a business degree, but he could not pay the bills. He had to give it to Mom. Mom was the one that got the bills all paid.
I think after.
Yeah. See how Mom always had a different dress. She always dressed nicely. Never embarrassed by her.
Hey, now the house that she lived in Ireland, is it still in the family?
Yeah,
today?
yeah. Yep. Someone's living in it.
But it's not in the McDevitt side, right?
It's the McFadden, and that's the Call. Yeah.
That's the one that
Yeah.
we visited.
Yes. They're all dead over there except one.
Really?
Yeah. Column's the only one alive.
And that's that's the place where you did the mass. On
Yes.
The mass rock.
Yeah. There's Kathy carrying on. Kathleen. I can't get over these pictures. I'm really impressed myself that they're there. You can see a little bit of the red, tiny bit of the red. There's Morris.
Check that pizza on.
That's Morris there. And me. And Dad. Mom. Me. This is all over on Lyndhurst. Lyndhurst.
I always remember when we'd go to your mom's house and we'd leave, she'd always stand outside and wave.
Yeah. My dad did that until he died. He'd always be in the driveway waving at you. At my dad's funeral, we drove by the house on Horatio, and there's so many cars that they blocked when they did the circle. There are too many cars, and they had to somehow take care of it. This is when I took Mom and Agnes and Eloise to Washington, D.C.
Can you get that close to the White House today?
Back then, no.
I don't think you can.
No, that was all cut. Yeah, that avenue you can't. And when Uncle Johnny's daughter got married, they had a reception right down the block from here. And that's of course.
Kennedy's president, approximately.
No, he's dead.
Oh,
You'll see the gravesite, I think. There's the Pentagon.
Denny worked there a little bit.
Yeah. I think he still has had to go up there and give a report or two, I think. There's Larry. What's Larry? That's Jimmy. That's your beloved dad right there. And that's me. And that's Dad. And that's me, Mother. Oh, these are some of my buddies. I can't believe it. Behind. This is in Winchester. That's Jimmy. Yeah. I can't believe that you have these pictures. That's Blue Ridge Mountains. He was
I thought we
Irish.
saw this earlier.
Well, no, this is a year later.
Oh, okay.
Year later. Oh, look at Larry, Mother of God, and that's Morris.
Or soda.
Yeah. That was Morris there. I must be taking the picture. There's Grandmom. And that's Aunt Agnes. That's great Aunt Agnes. That's Grandmom's sister. And this is a McFadden wedding. This is Father Pat. Oh, that's Grandma. That's Aunt Agnes. And that's Aunt Catherine. And this is the woman who took care of Sarah when she was dying. Her name is Catherine
You got Sarah.
McFadden. Yeah. And then here's some of the old ladies that are friends and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all of these. You know what? Father Pat Brady would love to see this. This is his parents getting married. His parents are getting married.
Is that in Eloise?
No, this is Mary Brady, and her son became a priest, and that's the father, and he just died about 3 years ago. Oh, would they love to see this? I bet. Yeah, and that's one of the sisters. Now she would be an aunt to this girl and to this lady here. That be Aunt Mary. See how Mom always got dressed up? Wonder where they're going to.
They're rocking the black and white.
Yeah. And Marie's friend lived right down here. That Marty. Oh, she's a really beautiful girl. She was at Marie's funeral. She's crying. This is where your dad drove down the road when he was 13 years of age in the car. Right there. And Marie and this Marty are sitting down on their front steps. And they run out, and Marie says, I'm going to tell Mom and Dad you're driving the car. He said, how about if you get in the car, drive with me, and don't tell them. And she did. She did. Your dad was 13. This is Larry. I think he's pretty much by himself.
At this point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's, that's Margaret Mary, and that's Kathy. And that's that white Ford they had for a while, right in there. That's Larry. Oh, Kathy found an egg. That's Maria and Mom. I can't get over you got these pictures. Look how tall the girls are with Dad. You know what I mean? The girls are getting tall. You got a lot of eggs. Oh, this is Margaret Mary going out. This guy became a priest. He's a Monsignor. That's a prom at Mercy High School. She could probably sell that. You would know him. How would you know him? Oh, your dad would know him. Your dad knows him real well.
What's his name?
Monsignor. Oh, shoot.
That guy from St. Genevieve?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. That's Margaret Mary.
Yeah, Jim went to his ordination.
Yes.
Did my dad's funeral.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
That priest.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gave my dad
Yeah.
the right.
The last rites, yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
See Margaret Mary? She had a little bit of red hair, but I
He
mean,
came
much
over
redder
from
than that.
St. Genevieve.
Yeah, to do it.
His dad's buddy that was the priest at St. Genevieve for my dad's spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Who did your brother?
Was he in college? Your brother when he died?
No, he had just started. He was
Oh,
2
yeah.
weeks.
He's only 19, wasn't he?
2
Yeah.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
She sure was dressed up.
Yep. I almost got the name. That's our great Aunt Agnes.
Mhm.
She's grandmom's sister. She couldn't walk until she's about 4 years of age. And these are all relatives here. This is a big wedding. That's grandma there. That's our grandmother there. This is Aunt Loretta. She just died a little bit ago. That's Uncle Joey. And that's the oldest cousin on the call side. I can't believe. Oh, that's Uncle Joe. That's your namesake. Yeah, smoke it. That's Aunt Agnes again. That's Uncle Joey, and that's Aunt Catherine. And this is Denny. He's dying right now. This is Marguerite, and she's taking care of him. This is Joe that at the pub, and this is Frankie. He was 3 weeks older than me. He was 3 weeks older than me, and this is
where we went to
yeah,
Jersey
yeah,
his house.
and yes,
I got that video.
and this is Pat Cronin, and he died when he was very young. And that's Joey Call. That's Dad. That's Aunt Eleanor. That's Grandma there. I can't figure out whose wedding it is. That's Uncle Bill Cronin. Aunt Mary's, he was the oldest of all the uncles. And this is their son, Patrick Cronin. He died, yes. I wonder if they got married. No, she doesn't have the thing on. No, they were a husband and wife for a while. That's Aunt Mary's mom's oldest sister and oldest child of Grandma. And this is her children. And here are some of the old friends of Grandma and all that. I can't believe it. I used to know all their names. Oh, who is this? That is Uncle James's son, James, and Victoria. I think her name is Vicky. That is Uncle James's only boy. That's Grandma. And then that's Uncle James. And that's Vicky. And that's me. It's me. And I don't know where I am. That's Dad. They're messing around there, as the McDevitts do. Who is that? That's me. And that's some of the grandkids, isn't it? Is that that's not Denny and Anna and Patty, is it? Would that be?
Old house?
That's a place, the cabin. The cabin out
Dennis's?
yeah, I'm not Dennis's, Julie's cabin. That's Denny McDevitt. And that's me messing around with him.
Julie's family had an old place on the river.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody remember me.
Okay, I'm ready. Whoops, I need my glasses. Can't see anything there really going on with kids. That I think is Dennis, I think. That looks like Mary Ann there. That looks like one of the grandkids. That's me. Carrying Patty, I think. Oh, this is out at the cabin. That's Jimmy when he graduated from high school. There he is coming down the notorious steps, following his mother's directive. And that is me. That's me. Or is that Larry? That's Larry. That's Larry. Mother of God. That's the youngest one right there. Doesn't he look like me? A little bit nicer looking. There's Mom and Dad. What year did he graduate high school?
69.
This is 1969. Mom and Dad. And Kathleen. That's Kathleen. Kathleen. She still is in high school. So she graduated in 71, I think. And then Larry, 72, I think that's right. Something like that. There's Dad. And this is Margaret Mary graduating from college. Graduating from college. There's Mom. Mom always was dressed. The kilt. Ah, yes. That's Margaret Mary. And this is on Lyndhurst. I think that is me. Or is that Larry? That's me, isn't it? That's me, isn't it? I think it is. And there's the graduation diploma, proving that she really did do it. Oh, yeah. There's Mom and Dad at Margaret Mary's graduation from college. You just missed your dad's graduation from high school, same year.
I've seen this a few times.
Oh, I bet you have.
I'll guys watch it again. I'll do a little editing, cut out some of the
Yeah, the carrying
bad
on.
video stuff.
Yes. There's a little bit of her red hair, her auburn hair. '69. There she is. She almost looks like Laura, doesn't she? Did you see that for a second?
Yeah.
She almost like
I
Laura.
said this is 69.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Summer 69.
Well, graduation time, probably May. But just for a second, there's Dad. And that's that old car. Remember that old car?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Dad's
Still
still
have it.
smoking. Dad's still smoking. Grandma's still alive. Uncle Joey, Uncle James, Uncle Arthur, Uncle Vincent. That's Bill Cronin, Uncle Dennis, Uncle Joey. That must have been Uncle back here. Well, these are the women. Aunt Mary, Aunt Agnes, double Aunt Agnes, Aunt Mickey here. That's Aunt Mary Ann. That's Aunt Mary. This is Aunt Marge. This is Aunt Eleanor. That's Aunt Agnes. This is another great aunt. This is another great aunt. This is Aunt Eloise. I can't believe you got this picture of all these. We really ought to go back and do this a little bit slower. I can get
You're
everybody.
doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. That can't be Sarah, could it? That's Aunt Marge there. That's Aunt Mary. And that's Aunt Mary Ann. There's Aunt Mickey. And I don't know who this lady is. This is great Aunt Agnes here. And her sister, this is Grandma Mary. They were sisters, these two. Oh, this is Frankie here, and this is Jimmy. It's Jimmy and Frankie, and then that's Mary Catherine, and that I think is Pat Cronin, I think. And this is Aunt. There's a cousin, and her name is Denise. Like not like Dennis, but Denise. And this is Aunt. This is Dennis. And then this is Dennis Cronin. This is Dennis Call. This would be Marguerite's brother. Okay. And then he was a doctor. And this is Joey. Oh, this is the birth order, I think. No, it isn't a birth order. Yeah, because Mary Catherine is up at the top. This is with their grandmother. Yeah, that's Mary Catherine there. That's Frankie. And then that is Jimmy. I think at Grandmom's 90th birthday. That's what this is. Grandmom's 90th birthday. That's Dennis Cronin. This is Aunt Eloise, Aunt Agnes. That is Pat Cronin. That's Dennis Cronin. This is Dennis Call. That's Frankie Call. That's Jimmy. That's Uncle Joe. And this is, I think, that's Aunt Mary, I think. Yes. And it's Uncle Bill. And then this is a friend somehow. I think I used to know her name Frank something, but Aunt Agnes there. And this is Aunt Mary, Uncle Vincent, and Aunt Mary Ann. That's Uncle Bill, married to Aunt Mary. And that's Uncle Joe, Aunt Marge. This is Uncle Vincent. Yeah, that's Uncle Vincent. That's Aunt Mary Ann. That's Uncle James. This is Uncle Art. This is Aunt Loretta over here. And that's Uncle Joey Lavelle. And then I think this is Mary Catherine and Denise. And that's Aunt what's her name? Eleanor. That's Uncle Art. He was the one that got hurt over in the end of the Second World War, and they called up Grandma to tell him that he was probably dying from the truck accident. It was right before Christmas, and Grandma didn't tell anybody. And then Aunt Agnes got on the phone after Christmas, and the guy on the phone says, "Your brother's going to live." They never, but Grandma went the whole thing at Christmas, never telling anybody that her youngest boy was going to die in France, in a military accident.
But he lived.
He lived. If I tell you this, he had a scar down his face like this. Okay, one of the most handsome guys you ever wanted to see. He was just a very, very handsome man, and he was tall. And then this is Aunt Loretta there, and then this is Uncle Joey. We had Uncle Joey, because he's a Lavelle, and Johnny Lavelle, his wife, is over here somewhere.
And are the Lavelle's the one that she kind of like took in?
The week after Grandma buried her husband, she took in the two children.
Lavelle's.
Johnny and Joey. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that something? I mean, the week after she buried her husband.
Wow.
Her husband wanted her to do it. And then when he died, she just continued and did it.
Were they orphaned or whatever?
Yeah, her father couldn't take care of them. And our grandfather saw them in a foster home. And he came home and said to Grandma, "We have to take those two boys in. They're not being cared for right." And then Uncle Johnny became the judge. Yeah.
The judge for your hometown? Or
No, judge for Lee Heighton. And what was the name of there was an Indian that was in the Olympics.
Jim Thorpe?
Yeah, he was the judge at Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah. For years, I think like 18 years or more.
Jim Thorpe had two different shoes.
Yeah.
Black shoe and a white shoe.
Yeah.
Well, he wore two different shoes because
He was poor.
And there was a town named after him or something?
Yeah.
Didn't his shoes break or somebody stole his shoes, so he had to use someone else's shoes that were too small?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And still one.
And they actually moved his body, I think, there.
Did they have a
Yeah.
town named
Uncle, look at that smoking.
Yeah.
Uncle James smoking. That's grandmom and her 90th birthday, and her sister Agnes, and her name is Fran, I think. I can't. That's Joey. That's Aunt Agnes, Uncle Aunt Catherine, and that is also relative too. Those two are sisters here. I think that was Uncle Dennis there. Oh, that might be Dennis's wife. I forget what her name was. That's Denny Call.
Margaret's brother.
Yes. This, I think, is Dennis, Uncle Dennis's wife. After he died, she left the family. I had to sit down. Aunt Marge. Aunt Mary. Uncle Vincent. Aunt Agnes. Patrick Cronin. Uncle Johnny Lavelle. Yeah, yeah. Uncle Johnny Lavelle. That's her oldest daughter. That's Aunt Mary. Uncle Bill would love what you're doing. He was a guy that did all kind of machinery. He put the machinery together. In his basement, you wouldn't believe what the tools he had there. Oh, there's me. There's me and my parents. This is when I'm being ordained at St. Thomas More. These are friends of Mom's. She was a good friend. Jimmy would probably even remember her name, your dad.
Oh, there's Dad's girlfriend on the right. This hair and
Yes. Yeah.
see that, Joe?
And that's her sister, right? Isn't that her sister? Yeah.
I think she is.
I thought she had a sister that was a nun. Yeah.
What year was this?
71, May the 22nd.
And I met Dad
Yeah.
in 73.
Yeah.
Can you believe his memory?
Yeah. This is Mrs. Melanie. And this is probably, it's probably
You know who that is, Joe?
Dick, Richard. That's Eddie.
It
Oh
was
no, that is Kyle.
Dad's mother-in-law.
That's Kyle. That's
He
Kyle.
raised his kids.
Because this is Richard. And Marianne is dead. Marianne is dead.
Oh, that's Kyle there.
That's Kyle there, I think. There's Ed. And Richard never liked his picture taken. This guy here became 6'7". These are the two grandmothers to little Kyle. And that is Richard. And that's Morris. Oh, that's Becky. And this is Nancy. She lives down in Nixa. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. That's Margaret Mary, I think. And Dad. And that's Becky, I think. Oh no. This might be Anna. That's Anna. That's Patty.
Anna.
That's Anna right there. That's Denny. That's Denny.
The oldest.
And that's Patty. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the oldest.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's Patty. Even looks like her, doesn't it? And that's Anna. And that's Eddie, Michael, Dennis with a beard.
Really?
Yes. This is up there to the girls. That's Denny. There's your dad's motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's Denny. That's Anna. That's Patty.
That wasn't the Triumph, was it?
I don't know what it was.
Got that in 73.
Yeah. Are those the steps that Morris built? That's me. That's Morris, Margaret Mary's car. That's Eddie. Dennis with a beard.
Crazy.
Michael over here.
I never saw Dennis with a beard.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, there's the bike. Eddie.
He's in conservation.
That's Julie. That was Julie.
Oh, that is?
That's Margaret Mary. No,
Okay.
Julie is back there. I'll show you. Right here's Julie.
Okay.
That's Julie right there. Yeah, doesn't it look like Julie? And that's Kathy. And Eddie. And then little Eddie and big Eddie. And Michael.
How tall were you?
I was only 5'9". 5'9".
Homecoming.
Homecoming where?
Mercy.
Oh, yeah, it is Mercy.
72.
This is Dad's homecoming.
Oh, really?
Oh, we got
Oh, dang. Isn't that funny how people really did that kind of stuff?
1970.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was Dad was 69.
Yeah.
I sent one of these videos to Dad's buddy. What's his name? Jim Logger.
Oh, yeah?
He's in this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm getting ready to help him with his roof.
Uh-huh. How many roofs have you done? Over 1,000? Oh, my Lord. Thousands. Wow.
So Dad, there's Dad, 41.
Right there?
Yeah.
Jimmy McDevitt.
got the most dirt on his legs.
Hey, it's a good picture of him. That is a good picture of him. Good picture of him.
Oh, oh.
My cousin Frankie runs Citizen Canes.
Uh-huh.
And he always tells me these old men come in and tell him how Jim McDevitt was a badass.
This is what I'm talking about.
I don't know. He said they played rugby with him or something.
Yeah.
Let's see 41.
That's
Oh,
Dad.
there he goes.
Yeah.
And I think Dad said one of them is Jim Logger.
Uh-huh. Do they still do stuff like this?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah. I was homecoming king and Colleen was the queen. At my house. This is homecoming king and queen.
Yeah, there's Dad's hat, I think.
Well, they just take the reps and the programs and
Look at all the cars. Look at all the cars. Did I tell you Uncle Eddie asked what you were doing with these?
Uh-uh.
He asked me. He said, did anybody do anything? I said, yeah, Joey's taking care of it. And he knew what I said, digitalize, is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could tell he knew something about it because half of them were done,
Oh, really?
but now it's all done,
I see.
and it's all now just right here.
I see.
Yeah, we got your mom to thank and him to thank to get this far.
Oh, yeah. I remember that building back there.
Here's your pizzas here, Father.
Okay.
We already ate ours.
How are we doing on time?
Doing good.
Oh, Mom with another hat. See what I mean? She always got herself dressed.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah. That was, what kind of a car was that? Was that a Buick? I think that was a Buick. There's me and Kathy, Mom and Dad.
You know what I'd be interested in knowing, Uncle Mike?
What's that?
How many people under Eddie were the best athletes in their school?
Oh, yeah.
Because Eddie, me, Colleen, Jimmy, Mikey, Dad,
Yeah,
I can count sticks right now.
that's right.
But because that's interesting because
Oh, it's Easter time. There's an egg.
we need to ask everybody that question.
Oh, this is, where is this? Where is this? I think this is in Pennsylvania. What were we doing? We were doing something. What were we doing? Oh, this is in Loretta, Pennsylvania. This is the Carmelite Monastery at Loretta, Pennsylvania. And we used to go over there as seminarians, and we used to say some prayers. And one of the nuns was, her name was Sister Deo Gratias. She never talked, that's the water, we drank the water from that there. Charles Schwab owned this mansion.
What?
And Charles Schwab, not the one today, but the one from like 1904. And this is, I'll show you where I lived. I'll show you my room. If you go up higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. My room was right there,
Really?
right there. My room was right there. And this was a, what do you call falls. Isn't that
You
beautiful?
just have to walk up the stairs or something?
Oh, yeah, I had to walk up a lot of stairs. Mom and Dad are visiting me, and that's me. I'm in college here.
Dude, they got to travel everywhere, huh?
Yeah. And they had all kind of statuary there that was from the Greeks. And then they put the Catholic statuary in there too. See Mom and Dad coming to visit me.
She must get a new dress.
Yeah. It was really a sunken garden, is what they called it. It's beautiful. And we used to have pilgrimages here to Our Lady of Fatima from May the 13th, isn't it the 13th they do it? Yeah. And here was an ordination. He was our rector and he became a bishop. Bishop Vogel, Vogel, Adrian Vogel. They knew how to save, and she knew how to cook. And at one point during the Depression, there's only 3 people working in the house of 16. And the 3 that were working had to turn in their money in order to pay for the food for everybody. My uncle.
Didn't you guys do that as kids too?
Well,
About
with caddying, but nothing like this.
okay.
But the thing about it is, my one uncle didn't get ever paid, but he worked for the nuns, and he did all their flowers and landscaping, all that for lunch. Uncle Joe was
Really?
paid by the
And then
nuns by
Grandpa,
lunch.
His
By lunch.
mom worked at the grade school in the cafeteria, so the kids could all get free lunch.
Yeah,
You know, now they just
Oh,
get
wow.
free lunch.
at St.
every
Thomas
other day.
More. At St.
She had to
Thomas More.
work.
at St.
The
Thomas More.
cafeteria for her kids when she had like how many kids were in there? 6 of them, 7 of them.
Seven.
So she would just come eat and help out in the cafeteria.
Yeah,
Yeah, she would come in like
out there.
she came at like 10 in the morning and left at 2 in the afternoon.
Wow.
She just hit
Give her
that.
something to do.
Yeah. All right, we ready again? This is my buddy here, Bishop Vogel.
Where do you think this is?
Altoona, Pennsylvania. There's me. And this is a good friend of mine that just died. This is a classmate. And he's still alive in Florida, working in Florida. This is Father King. Oh, that's one of the nuns from the that convent that I showed you earlier. Now I forget who this is. Oh, I should know. Let me look at that again. I should know who this is. I think it's one of the McFaddens. Yeah, it's her. Oh no, this is Mrs. Fitzsimmons. That was Paula Fitzsimmons getting married. This is the woman that Kathy can talk like her.
Oh.
Remember when Kathy used to do that?
Yeah.
Ah, Margaret. This is at St. Mary Magdalene, Brentwood, Missouri. I can't believe we have this. That's Mrs. Wright's that she talked at one of my anniversaries. Oh, I can't believe all these people. This is all Mary Magdalene. Oh, wait a second. That's George Fitzsimmons. This is Johnny Kelly became the mayor of Brentwood. And this is Mr. Wright's, Joe Wright's, and his wife, Mary. You would not believe how their kids would probably love to see this. Oh my God. And then this is the priest that had the wedding. And that is Larry. That's Larry. Yeah. And that is Jimmy, your beloved dad.
Looks heavier.
How
And that's
old
Dad.
do you think Dad is right there? 30?
Your dad? No, he's not 30. Let me just simply say,
20,
when was he born?
51.
Probably he is 21, 22.
Well, I met him when he was 21.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, 25, something like that.
think he's younger.
That's, oh, Larry is still in high school, 72. 72. How you like the hair? Remember that? We wear the hair all the way down here.
People had big sun.
Yeah, sideburns.
Mutton chops.
This is Larry. What did your dad call Larry when he wanted to insult him? Claire.
Clarence.
No, he didn't. Yeah, but it was one from Clarence to Claire. And Larry is playing here.
This is at Mizzou.
No, it's still Mercy.
Oh, okay.
And then they got a scholarship, remember? You know what I'm really surprised? There's no soccer films. There should be soccer.
Well, maybe
Because,
somebody's got some in their basement somewhere.
yeah.
Rugby.
A rugby
You can always
too.
add to it. Yeah.
Yeah, rugby too.
Yeah. The only
What
thing
was
I've seen-
Larry? Was he
I haven't seen any
51?
basketball either.
Yeah, no,
Just
basketball.
football and-
Yeah. Basketball. We didn't play much basketball. Maybe Dennis did, I
He
think.
was married.
Well,
Martha
Dad-
was
I know
married
Dad did.
before
Oh, he did?
She might have some. Married.
This is Larry. Now let's see what this is.
I believe it's the same address as the White House.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Larry. We'll have to get Larry's number, but I think he is right there. Wasn't he the center? He was the center at Mizzou. I think that's Larry as a center. Do you know what they said, Larry? The coaches even said this. Larry would tell the guys to watch out for the other player before he started. He'd, watch out for him, watch out for him. He would really remind the guys. I have a book that someone's given me to give Larry, and it's about Coach Cadillac. And he was the one that recruited Larry to go to Mizzou.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know that's Mercy. It's like the top
Oh, yeah. You know what they did at Mercy? They redid the field because it became a CYC field. Not only did Mercy play there, but some of the other high schools, Catholic high schools, would play here too. So they redid the field real nice. We'll have to get Larry's number, but I'm sure that's Larry. Did Larry play both ways?
He's probably 57.
Yeah,
If I was-
I think it is him. I think you're right. Because he's a little bit shorter, but it's big. Big. Oh, another.
57, that's him.
Yeah. The Hebrew name for bulldog is Caleb. So if you have any friends named Caleb, it really means bulldog.
The Hebrew name?
Yeah. Who is Larry with?
Is that Larry?
No, they're the winners. There's mom and dad. Yeah.
Well, he would have been in the football uniform.
Yeah. But you know, if it was senior year or something like that, you know what I mean? Good kick.
Him running on, looks like.
Yeah. See if you get the number. No, I can get the number.
That's the one.
I don't think I've ever seen these.
I'm surprised it was able to be salvaged.
Yeah.
Being on that
Yeah.
roll of film for
Yeah.
that many years.
Yeah. Did I tell you that Larry got a video of their win against Nebraska? Chuck Banna had a copy of it. So Sherry never saw Larry playing football. So they watched it at Christmas time.
Yeah.
That was the first time that Sherry saw Larry playing football because she went to Mizzou after Larry left. Life was so much simpler back then. God. Of course, we had the Vietnam War. It was just concluding at this time.
That's crazy, isn't
Yeah. Your dad really thought he was going to go to Vietnam. No, I think the war, they ended it or something like that. He didn't have to go. He and his buddies talked about it, I think, in high school.
Oh, I'm sure they had a buddy. You probably had friends that went, didn't you?
I have friends that were killed.
I mean, 58,000 of them.
Yeah, I have
A lot.
one friend of mine, his brother went over and from, oh, this is Morgan Mary's wedding. That's Uncle Dennis there. Okay. This is his brother. This is Morris, isn't it? I think it's Morris. This is Morgan Mary's wedding. This is at St. Thomas More. And didn't she just die? I think there's Mom. That's,
Sister-in-law.
yeah. That's Mrs. Melanie. That's Julie back there.
Oh, there's
There's this really wonderful
He's
girl.
a big old dude, ain't he?
Yeah. There's Morris.
Oh,
Who's that? Who's that, Denny? Yeah. There's Mom. There's Dad. Mom and Dad. Margaret Mary got married in April of 21. That's Julie, I think. And that's Anna. And that's Patty. And that's Denny. Right there. That's Anna.
that's crazy. Seeing Julie like
Yeah,
that.
that's Julie. Yeah. And that is Kathy, isn't it? I think it's Kathy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is Kathy graduating. And that would have been 71. Remember the song she sang from Oklahoma? I'm just a girl that can't say no. Mercy High School. Graduation. Look how many kids graduated back then from Mercy. Wow. I guess Kathy's going up there. That looks more like Kathy. I don't know if that is. It looks like her. That looks like Kathy there. Let's see if she waves. There's Kathy there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the graduation classes were that big. Did you? That's a big class. There's Dad's head. No, it's not Dad. Is it Dad? I have to take a look. There's Mom. Here's the nuns. All the Mercy nuns teaching. All the teachers. That's got to be Dad's head. Oh, this is me and McLaughlin. And I think we're being ordained deacons, Mom and Dad. Yeah. Well, this is at St. Meinrad. We're made subdeacons here. This is the seminary that I went to the last 4 years. There's Dad. That's me. That's the building too. That they had a neat building. That's McLaughlin's mom and dad. And they're the kids. Easter. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. When the others go out for clover and the big bad wolf appears, he's the one that's giving signals with his ears. He's the king of Bunnyland, 'cause his eyes are shiny and he can spot a wolf a mile away. Easter. That's Anna. That's Kathy. Oh, with a parasol. Whoa. Yeah. I wonder if it was her Easter dress. Do you think it was?
This is,
Oh, yeah, this is Mizzou.
what number is he here? You know?
I used to know.
Yeah.
51.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
It is
I
51.
think he was 57.
Yeah, remember I thought 51 earlier with Dennis and Eddie?
Yeah.
I think it is 51. There he is right there. Right there. That's Larry.
Yeah, those sideburns.
Yeah. And curly hair. He had an afro for a while. Did you ever hear that? What does the stadium look like now? All those are filled in, aren't they?
Yeah.
With seats.
Well, no, I think that grass part's still there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's Larry. I think the camera's getting old. You know what I mean? Not doing the job it used to do.
I think Mom and Dad are at this one too.
Yeah.
Dad said it was you're on the way back from honeymoon or something.
Yeah.
From Yellowstone.
Mom and Dad were at the 50-yard line, right?
Yeah.
Is this a Mizzou game?
Uh-huh. See, my dad got the cancer of the tongue, and he lost his tongue. And in order to, when they found out about it, because he played football at Villanova, they gave him special seats that they could just walk right out and then didn't have to go down any steps. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the 50-yard line.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I think Larry still has.
Yeah, but they had to move him. There's some reason why they got moved, but it just moved like in the last 2 years.
You still have the seats?
Well, they're
Yeah.
near the 50-yard
That's
line.
crazy.
Larry has kept the seats all these years. He buys them every year, I think. And I think Sharon, he'd go to a lot of the games. Wonder where they're playing there. Nobody's there.
Probably just a scrimmage or something.
Did Larry play both ways in high school and just on the one team in college, right? He didn't play defense, did he? Do you know who really likes to play defense? Is Will. He likes defense better than offense. What is some kind of social problem that went on that they didn't let people go to the stadiums for a while or something? It's really empty.
Larry would probably know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, who could have taken these pictures if my mother was not there? She had to take these pictures. You know what I mean?
It said Kansas State.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Kansas State.
Uh-huh. It looks like they won. That's Larry. That's Larry. That's Larry. Wes Larry was a center. Starting center in the last 2 years he played. Someone had to be down on the field to take this picture. I don't think it was Mom. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think Mom would have gone down on the field like this. Maybe Morris.
That's
Oh, here we go. There's Mom.
They're
again.
me and Dad and Bill Brown.
There's Larry.
69. Okay, so it's a different number now.
I think it was a practice game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that you, Karen?
No, I was in next to Jim on the bleachers.
I'll tell you where this is. This is in Philadelphia at the first Mass. This is Johnny. He just died. That's Margaret Mary. That's Mrs. Balanet. That's Grandma. This is at the reception after the first Mass at Philadelphia. That's Marguerite. That's me. That's some of the cousins there. Larry, Uncle Joe, Aunt Catherine, Uncle Art, Patrick, Cronin.
That was Dennis McCarthy.
Yep. There's Morris. There's Grandma. And this is, I forget who that was. These are the great aunts and cousins. Uncle Bill, Aunt Mary. That's Morris. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell we had flowers for the guys and all that. See, it's Dennis McCarthy. That's Margaret Mary. Oh, there's a better picture. Yes. Very good. Margaret Mary's got a flower on too. So we could identify. Oh, here we are back at the game. Was that an interception?
Yeah, somebody is right on the field.
Mhm. Yep.
It's probably Dad. He said he used to sit on with the guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think probably it is your
He
dad.
said as a little kid he would sit on the bench
Yeah.
with the guys.
Yeah, yeah. I always think Sailor U high with the red and white.
Can we take those parts up too?
You know, let your dad sell these to Mercy. You know, that Mercy would probably love them. That's Maria. That's Marie.
It's Joe's godmother.
Uh-huh.
Isn't Marie your godmother?
Let's maybe watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, these are her friends that even showed up. This one and this one showed up for Marie when she's even in the what you call it, that hospital. This one especially is very faithful to Marie and her friend, as friends. That one there. Larry? Larry? Larry. Larry and Mean Mother. I can't get over some of these pictures I've not seen in my life, I swear. I wonder if Joey, Larry's son, will get a kick out of seeing these.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, these are some of Larry's buddies. These guys. Look how big they are. Look how big Larry is. See what I mean? They are tall kids. They are tall kids. And characters. Characters. Look at Dad. They look so little, don't they? Compared to Larry.
Shit, Joe makes Larry look small.
Yeah. Now, who's in the car? There's the Archbishop. It's probably Ritter. No. Who was after Ritter? I forget. There's the nuns. There comes Larry. Hurrah for mercy. Now, who would that be? Larry was, might be Margaret Mary. Would that be Anne? Would that be Anne? I think that's Anne. Oh, this is at the reception when I was ordained. This is at St. Thomas More. There's Mrs. whatever her name was. Karen, you lived at the house by the lake. What? Huh?
Raymond's?
Yes. Yeah. This is my buddy here. I just saw him a couple weeks ago.
Didn't you have a reception in St. Thomas More for something else?
Yeah, my 25th.
Like,
But this is,
Mom and Dad went.
yeah, but this is the,
But you didn't take that?
yeah, this is it. That's Mr. Malinay.
This is it?
This is Mr. Malinay, and that's Richard.
Well, then shouldn't I be there?
I think you are there.
Get my parents.
Okay, were you around when I was ordained?
I was there in 70.
This is 71.
No,
I didn't think you were. That's Uncle Mike there.
I was at your 25th.
Yes, yeah,
That's the guy you're named after?
yes. Yes. And these are different people from all around the parish and all that. There's Grandma and Catherine showed up last minute, and Agnes. Dennis McCarthy. Is this
Yeah.
that Eddie? I think that is Eddie. I think it's Eddie. There's he has a flower on. I think those of you that were brothers and sisters. Oh yeah, that was a party and a half. That's our grade school. We play basketball there. That's St. Agnes, I think. These are the nuns that taught us, the Dominican nuns. Some of the priests. That's me. That's
This
Uncle
is-
Arthur, I think.
This is your ordination party?
Yeah, that's Dad. That's Uncle Mike, the brothers, right there. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the people came in for the ordination. That's Julie, and that is probably Patty. This is McLaughlin, my buddy McLaughlin. Yeah, we were roommates at Meinrad's. Now this, I think, is in Philadelphia. Yeah, that's your dad there. That's Grandma. That's our brother Eddie. That's Dennis back here.
He's trying to trick them, he's saying.
There's Morris. There's Julie. think Denny's in there. That's Denny. This is Bernadette. That's Margaret Mary and Kathy. Oh, this is Aunt Connie. What a character. She's the one that went to confession, you know, and she confessed that she ate meat on Friday and hesitated. This is Peter McDevitt, the one that I say you look a lot like, and he looks a lot like Dennis. Okay. But anyway, she hesitated, and the priest said, and what else? She said, mashed potatoes and gravy. And the priest absolved her and left the confessional box laughing. He couldn't believe it. Isn't that so funny? Yeah, yeah. That's Aunt Connie right there. Oh, this is Aunt Tilly. That is Sarah's, Kara's grandmother. Kara, that you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's her grandmother. That's me.
She got to be 103
Yeah.
or something.
That's Johnny, and this is Kara's mother, right there. And these are some of the aunts. These are some real good friends of Aunt Marie, who died. Aunt Marie died, but the girls kept up to date with them. One of these is Art Call. I think that might be him. That's Uncle Arthur right there. And that's Uncle Mike. Oh, that's Uncle Francis right there. Uncle Francis. And that's Johnny again. I don't know if you could clean this one up. This is really a significant one. Do you know where we are? Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia. It's a big restaurant. There's Uncle Art, Mom's youngest brother, biological brother. I think Marie looks a little bit like him. Oh, yeah. These are some of the old friends of Mom and Dad and all that. They really have Irish faces, don't they? Oh, these are my buddies. These are my buddies. Oh, his name is Joe McMahon. And that's Uncle Joe there. That's me, Mother, Aunt Agnes, I think. Oh, Sister Catherine Patricia taught me in 8th grade. Can you believe this? That is Uncle Francis there. That's Johnny Lavelle. This is Sister Catherine Patricia. And Sister Ellen Marie, she taught me in kindergarten and 7th grade. She taught me in 8th grade. I can't believe this picture. Uncle Vincent's. Uncle James smoking. I can't believe it. All these pictures. Ah, there's your dad. There's Jimmy. There's Morris. There's Morris. There's Great Aunt Agnes way over here. Great Aunt Agnes. There's Larry. This is all at the Immaculate in Germantown, Pennsylvania. I can't believe some of these people. That's Aunt Marge. That's Eddie. That's Ricky. These are my buddies from the seminary. Good friends. Good friends. Mom and Dad. Man. That's Aunt Connie. That's Marguerite. That's Maria. That's Frankie.
There's Julie.
That's Julie. That's Dennis. That's, who's that? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. We had a big meal and everything was good. And so people started to walk outside and nobody wanted to leave. It was really neat. That's Uncle Bill. He was a tool die maker. Tool die maker. He's a clever man. And that's his sister-in-law. That's Aunt Eleanor. That's Johnny McDevitt and Dad, right there. Oh no, that's Uncle Jack and Uncle Bill, and that's Uncle Vincent, and that's Patrick Cronin and his wife Patty Cronin. I can't believe that this thing exists. I don't think I ever saw this one. Oh, there's Grandma. She was 91 when she died, 2 years later. That's Dennis McCarthy. Okay, Mary. There's Dennis. That's Peter McDevitt. That's Michael McDevitt. That's Pat Cronin. That's his dad, Bill Cronin. That's Dennis, Uncle Joe, Uncle Johnny, Marguerite. These are some of the McDevitts over here. She was a character. And Tilly. This is Dennis Call, who died when he was 26. Now I know who that guy was. And this is Johnny McDevitt and Dad. That's an uncle to his nephew and his wife. And then that's Morris. And then this is Uncle Mike. So they're all talking together there. That's Denny, yeah. And Patty. And Julie. Why do I know that house? I know that house. Who's graduating here?
That almost looks like
I know, but
little kids.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
First communion or something.
Yeah.
Is that the-
Was this the rosary thing? You remember they used to do the rosary? Yes, that's a rosary.
Hard to tell.
That's a living rosary, and that is at St. Thomas More. And one of the girls is the May Queen. I think it's Margaret Mary. If that's Margaret Mary, she was the May Queen. Let's see if it gets to there. And you know who are the May Queens, don't you? That's Kathy. Kathy is a May Queen there. She, of all the girls at St. Thomas More, she was voted in to put the flowers on top of the Blessed Mother's head. That's Kathy. Didn't you ever hear the joke? Margaret Mary and Kathy were queens, and Marie was just a runner-up. She was third, and Kathy and Margaret Mary would tease Marie every May that she was only a third. She wasn't the May Queen. She was just a attendant. But that's Kathy. And that's got to be maybe Margaret Mary's little girl or something. We'll have to see who it is. We'll have to see who it is. Turn around. Can't see it. Is that the end?
Which of your dad's brothers passed the same day he did?
Uncle Mike died at noon, and Dad died at 8 o'clock at night.
And they
On the
were-
same day?
Yeah, yeah,
You didn't hear that one?
yeah. The last two, there were 7, and the last 2 who were alive died the same day.
Oh, I mean, that is nuts.
I know. Where is he? Yelling.
There's 16 minutes remaining. If you want to take a break. 'Cause I wanted to do Peg's her 80th birthday pictures.
Okay. I cannot believe
One more sentence.
some of these pictures. I did not know they existed.
I can't believe it. So, never mind. We're still recording.
I think it's pretty good, dude. I think it's awesome. I mean, I'm impressed with your memory. I can't remember what I did yesterday.
You know what though?
I got a good memory.